Alright guys, welcome to this video. So finally, episode 6 of To Be Hero X is out. You probably already know that the story is focusing on a new hero. We see a scene at a police station where Yang Cheng is talking to the authorities. They tell him not to risk his life next time and to contact them instead. Everyone arrives and confirms that Pomelo is completely safe. Now they begin to wonder why Pomelo was kidnapped in the first place. Yang says that the kidnappers thought Xia's family was rich because they live out of town, but that wasn't the case. Then Shang Chao brings a can and gives it to everyone. Suddenly, Yang Cheng gets an electric shock because his powers start to surge. Basically, Yang shows that this is the first reveal of Yi-Soul, but in reality, it's not. As you know, Yi-Soul is a completely different hero. But the public has made Yang Cheng so popular that he's gone viral. People begin to believe that Yang Cheng is the real Yi-Soul. His social media gets over 1 million likes. Because of this support, his power increases, his trust value rises quickly, and his heartbeat speeds up. It feels to him like he's constantly being shocked with electricity. His hands become sweaty. While chatting with Xia using the Yi-Soul account, Xia asks why he's talking through that account and suggests they can talk normally. She assures him there's nothing to worry about. Xia says that when she first spoke to him at the bubble tea shop, she had a feeling he was Yi-Soul. That's why she used to go there with Pomelo to watch his performance. She always wondered which version of him was the real one. The next day, they meet at Rock's shop. A small child shows up and says, "Hey, you're Yi-Soul, right? Can we shake hands?" When they shake hands, the child gets a little electric shock that makes his hair stand on end. Yang Cheng gets scared about what just happened, but the kid gets super excited. Rock then says, "Why don't you help me a little?" He creates an offer where if kids buy 2 drinks, they get to shake hands with Yi-Soul. A line of kids forms, all excited to meet him. Rock comments that Yang Cheng is really busy these days and suggests he should hire someone to manage his business. Yang Cheng says he doesn't have enough money to afford that. Rock replies not to worry, he's already taken care of it. He brings someone in, and it's none other than Shang Chao. Now these two will be working together. Meanwhile, we see the real Yi-Soul getting some reports. He's told that he's giving fewer speeches than before, which could impact his supporters. We also see that Yi-Soul's right arm is actually a prosthetic. He puts it on and suits up. He's informed that 1% of his real audience has already shifted to the new Yi-Soul. At first, Yi-Soul doesn't care and says it doesn't matter. On the other hand, Shang is trying to improve Yang Cheng's suit, but due to the electric current, things aren't working well. They're working on it in the school lab. Yang Cheng expresses concern, saying, "Isn't this wrong? We're using another hero's identity." Shang tells him it's not like that, people have chosen him and believe he's Yi-Soul, so it's not his fault. Shang reminds him that he saved little Pomelo. Xia confirms this. So they head out to test the suit. At an intersection, Yang Cheng runs at full speed and finds a car surrounded by thieves. Apparently, they robbed a bank or a shop. Yang Cheng starts fighting them. A truck charges at him, but he prepares himself. Even though he's wearing gloves, his arm is real, and he beats the thugs, increasing his popularity even more. As a result, the real Yi-Soul's team starts to suffer. Sponsorships get cancelled, and people begin to question whether the new Yi-Soul is the real one. The real Yi-Soul shows up at a 34th anniversary special edition toy announcement press conference. He announces his new toy line. Meanwhile, Yang Cheng is also present, handing out balloons to kids. People are really excited to see him. We see that the entire craze is shifting toward the new Yi-Soul. When the old Yi-Soul tries to make an announcement, people start questioning him. "All you do is promotional work, why don't you ever fight villains? Do some real hero work." His haters start increasing, while the audience begins to rally around the new Yi-Soul, Yang Cheng. This is a dangerous sign for the real Yi-Soul. Later, Yang Cheng and Xia are sitting together. Xia tells him that Xing Chao asked her out on a date. Yang Cheng is shocked and asks if she said yes. Xia says no, not yet. Then she says, anyway, Xing Chao has prepared a surprise and invited me there, so let's go. At this point, Yang Cheng starts getting strange thoughts in his mind, like, is he going to make some grand gesture and propose to her? Xia asks, by the way, why did you lie to me that you liked Lucky Xian? Because later you said you didn't like his songs at all. Yang replies, that's not true, I really do like Lucky Xian. Then they check their bags because Yang forgot the tickets at home. He gets a bit anxious, but they have to get off at this stop. So they stop the bus and get off. They reach a warehouse. Obviously, earlier they were working in the school lab, but not all equipment was available there. When Xing Chao told his dad about the new Yi-Soul and how its popularity was growing, his dad saw the potential and agreed to invest. He became a sponsor. Now they could make professional gear, and once they climbed the commission rankings, they could improve things even more. Xia asks Yang Chao if he had planned all this ahead, like going to Hero Tower and becoming an official hero. But of course, Yang Cheng hadn't thought that far. All of this happened so suddenly. It's almost nighttime. Yang Cheng is standing outside, when Xia comes up and says, oh, you're here too? Yang Cheng replies, yeah, I couldn't help Xing much inside, so I came out to clear my head. Xia says, promise me one thing, no matter what happens in the future, you'll face yourself bravely and with honesty. While they are talking, some officials arrive and take Yang Cheng away. News spreads that the true identity of the new Yi-Soul has been revealed. They claim that the two kidnappers confessed that Yang Cheng was the mastermind behind the kidnapping, and he promised to split the profits with them. They even had proof. If you remember, those thugs gave Yang Cheng a package to deliver. So now everyone is against Yang Cheng. He starts remembering the time when his trust value was 0, no one talked to him, no one befriended him, and he couldn't even get a job because trust value meant everything in that world. His mediation begins, and Xia is there with him. Relatives are allowed to attend. They begin the session and tell Yang Cheng that if he publicly announces that he is not the real Yi-Soul, they will forgive him. But he has to formally apologize too. Xia tries to handle the situation, but they question how someone with 0 trust value could suddenly become so popular, they just can't believe it. Xia tries to explain that he saved Pomelo and many people saw him risk his life. Then Xing arrives, saying, I have the real proof. The dash cam in the kidnapper's car shows they were talking to someone else entirely. One person argues, how can we be sure it wasn't Yang Cheng on the phone? That's when another person enters. It's none other than the Enlightener, the God Eye. He says Mr. Xing sent him. He explains the phone used encryption, which a regular school kid couldn't manage, especially without money or technical knowledge. So it becomes clear that someone else was the real mastermind, not Mr. Yang. They are cleared and allowed to leave. As they exit, Xing tells Xia everything, how his dad's connections helped him find the Enlightener. Xing then asks, so, are you ready, hero? They open the gate, and a large crowd is gathered in front of Hero Tower to welcome the new Yi-Soul. All the fans cheer for Yang Cheng, and seeing them makes him really happy. Then we're shown a scene at Rock's shop. A guy says, man, I've been watching Yi-Soul since I was a kid. I saw all his fights and how he became a hero. But these days, kids don't have to work hard, they just become heroes. Rock replies, yeah, times have changed, and we have to accept the new rules of this game. Meanwhile, Xia and Yang Cheng are together because Xing has invited them to reveal a new suit he's made. They are standing at a bus stop, under shelter because it's raining. Yang Cheng tells her he didn't want to lie about Lucky Xian. Xia says, I told you, you need to face yourself. If you can do that, I'll always support you. And if you can't, even then, I won't leave, I'll wait for you. The rain is pouring heavily. we see a guy arriving on a bike. Inside the warehouse, Sheng is dusting off a helmet. They realize the rain isn't going to stop, so they run toward the shop, or rather, the warehouse. As the warehouse opens, they see a man inside with a gun, and in front of him is Sheng wearing the E-Soul helmet. Obviously, the man mistakes him for E-Soul. Yang Qing tries to use his power to run fast, but in that moment, the man shoots Xing Chao in the head and runs away. Xing Chao dies. That's where this episode ends. The next episode will come out next week. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.